Vanna AI, which is a AI framework that we will use to interact with the databases. So today I will show you how to connect with a Bedrock model using the Vanna AI framework. So this is the GitHub repository of Vanna AI. We can see the documentation here. Also, there are many interfaces that they are using. We have Streamlit Flask, Slack, or a notebook. So today I will be using a Streamlit one. So before starting, I will be using MySQL as a database, and for vector database, I will be using ChromaDB. So first of all, this is the Streamlit repository. You have to clone this repository. So I have already cloned this repository. So this is the repository. It will be having app.py and vannacourse.py. That will be the two Python files that will be available initially. So if we go to vanna app.py, this is the app.py. This is the structure of Streamlit and the charts that we are having. And here we have vannacourse.py. So if we see the setup Vanna, they are connecting to their Chinook model and the SQLite database. So here we want to use our Bedrock model. If we go to the documentation of Vanna AI, here it is a documentation. We go to LLMs and we check the documentation. There are many LLMs that they are providing. So if it is Bedrock LLM, it is not listed here. So we have to use this other LLM. And the training data will be stored in some vector database. You can choose among this. So here we are setting up a custom LLM. If we are using a Bedrock LLM, and we have to design a class called myvanna, and we have to pass ChromaDB and our LLM as arguments. And finally, we have to initialize this class into VM as an object. So we can see how to do that. So first I will be using a myvanna file, myvanna.py file. So if we see here, we are importing ChromaDB vector store and Bedrock conveys. If we go to the GitHub repository of the original Vanna AI, we can see all these LLMs inside the SRC, inside Vanna, inside the Bedrock folder. We can see Bedrock conversion init.py. So this is the Bedrock converse class. In the inits, we are passing the client and the config. So here, first of all, I am using instead of the custom LLM class, I am initializing the Bedrock LLM using the Boto3. From Boto3, I am using Bedrock runtime. So here the LLM is being initialized. Before that, we have to pass the secret access key, region, and the model ID as well. So this is the myvanna class that I have defined. I am passing the ChromaDB vector store and the Bedrock conveys. So before doing this, you have to install two libraries. One will be ChromaDB if you are using the ChromaDB vector database. And because I am using the MySQL, I have to install PyMySQL and also cryptography library that was also needed. So one thing to note here is you have to have a vector DB. You cannot initialize a LLM without a vector DB, it will give error. So both are needed for this to work. Now if we go to the app.py, if we go to the vannacourse.py, we have to set up the VN. So we have to remove all this, and first we need to import the myvanna class. So from import myvanna, and I am initializing the object here. And now we need to connect to a database. So I am using MySQL. You can use any of these databases that are present. I am using MySQL only. So inside MySQL, I have to pass all these arguments. The password should be ideally be encrypted or in the secrets. It should not be exposed like this. The port number will be different for different databases. So this thing is set up. Now if I run this, I have to first go into the directory. It is loading now. So this is the UI of the Streamlit. We can ask which are the tables present. So it is generating SQL query. It is not throwing an error, which means all the connections are good. So the response is being delivered. Here the context provided does not include any information about the database schemas or tables. This is because we haven't trained this data. So for that, if we go to the database, we can see a training section and go to how to train. Here we can see different methods of training. They are using detailed commands to train. They can use documentation or SQL queries. I am using the training plan here. This is a generic plan. So before returning the VN, I will be pasting this data. And also this SQL query, I will be changing a little bit. Table schema is the table name. Sorry, table schema is the database name. And I am getting the training plan here, and we are training the data here. So if we rerun this Streamlit application, hopefully we will get the answer here. So if we ask how many tables are present in demo database, so it have returned 3. There are actually 3 databases present in the demo database. And this is the MySQL client. So these are the tables that are present in demo: cars, customer, and persons. So there are 3 which are correct. So this one is correct answer from the AI. If we ask another question, which are the tables? So it have listed all the three tables that are present in the table. Okay, that's it. So if you want to train more, you can add more things. So that's how you connect the Vanna AI with the Bedrock model.